hard to argue against regulations that require professionals to keep up with the latest techniques, equipment, and laws. After all, it's reassuring to their clients and patients. You can even make a case that those courses should be tax deductible. What could be wrong? Well, given time and creativity, there will always be entrepreneurial types and willing clients ready to take advantage of a good thing, as Expose's Michelle Gillen found out.
These surgeons are operating on a woman suffering from brain seizures, delicate surgery requiring the most advanced techniques. To keep up with the latest in medicine, doctors are encouraged, often required, to take continuing medical education. That Expose found out can and does take many forms. Example, this darkened classroom in Aspen, Colorado.
I'd like to start with a discussion of the epidemiology.
15 doctors are getting credit for a 5-day, 20-hour videotaped course on medical malpractice. What's wrong with this picture? The tape was playing to an empty room. The course sheet lists all the doctors' names as if they were attending the lecture, but the doctors were nowhere in sight. They were out enjoying the pleasures of Aspen, pleasures enhanced by the fact that virtually all their expenses were tax deductible. Travel, hotel, meals, and the $295 fee. This skier is an eye doctor from Florida.
Oh, hi, I'm Shelley Feldman. I'm from Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. Everybody here at Aspen and Christmas is a beautiful person. And yesterday, when my wife was here, she was sitting next to Jack Nicholson. And this day is gorgeous. No wind, 30 degrees, sun is shining. Fantastic. And we're all here at a medical meeting writing off this trip. Ha ha.
You heard the doctor. He just told our undercover camera woman about a scam many professionals enjoy, but few acknowledge. During New Year's week, Expose producer John Grassi and camera woman Suzanne Popovich posed as doctor and wife and attended this Aspen seminar on malpractice. The course is offered by the American Educational Institute. These scenes, recorded with a hidden camera, show doctors signing in on the first day and receiving a certificate for completing the course before they had even spent 1 minute in class.
Well, that's not supposed to happen, and the physicians are not supposed to get the credit for spending the time in the course if they aren't actually there.
Dr. Thomas Stair of Georgetown University runs hundreds of courses for doctors every year.
If they slip out, they shouldn't get the hours of credit.
Doctors are expected to take continuing education seriously. Certainly the patients they treat would hope that they do. In some states, it's mandatory. A doctor's license won't be renewed without it. And in some cases, all the doctor has to do is watch videotapes for credit. And that leaves plenty of opportunity, as Expose found out, for doctors to have a good time, do little if any work, and write it all off. Greg Robinson is the Aspen representative who issued the certificates for the course we attended.
They sign in the morning, have a cup of coffee and a sweet roll, and watch a bit of the program, and leave when the lift lines open up.
Lift line meaning referring to the skiing?
Yes, Aspen Mountain.
That's fraud. It's learning fraud, certainly.
Dr. Roy Schwartz is a senior vice president of the American Medical Association.
It's an attempt to satisfy a requirement, whether it's a hospital medical staff requirement, a state requirement, or somebody's theoretical requirement in their mind. It's intellectual fraud.
During the 5 days of the course, not one of the doctors sat through even one full day of the 4-hour sessions. The only person seen here is the Expose producer.
Have you ever said anything to physicians who have come in, registered, and then simply walked out?
And I'd say something like, have you gotten a lot out of this? Are you going to be sticking around today? Or something like that. Quite often they are rude, and they'll just walk out anyways and ignore me.
Robinson described what happened in the seminar the week before Expose arrived. Almost 40 doctors had registered for the course.
We'd have an average of 3 to 5 people. And towards the end of the session, perhaps none would be there. It's bothered me so much that last week, when the president of the
seminar group came to town, I told them that I no longer felt comfortable participating, that I would not sign the certificates any longer.
Robinson has since quit his job. The man in the ski jacket is Dr. Richard Conant. During the time we were in Aspen, Dr. Conant did not sit through one complete class. We attempted to interview him after the conference. He refused.
Just too much.
And then there's Dr. Feldman, whom we met on Aspen Mountain.
And we're all here at a medical meeting writing off this trip.
We would like to take a few moments of your time. We visited Dr. Feldman at his office in Florida. How much time did you spend in the sessions?
Enough.
Enough? Enough to merit the 20 hours
Gee, I'd love to talk to
of
you.
accreditation
I really
that you
would.
would get? Do you feel that in any way that you were not living up to what the point of that kind of course is? Well, we can go in your office and discuss it. I would much prefer to do that.
No, if you have anything to discuss, I suggest you take it up with the conference directors.
Well, that's exactly what Expose tried to do. We contacted David Victor, president of the company that ran the Aspen seminar. He turned us down. The Institute says it is the country's largest provider of professional seminars. It claims that 25,000 physicians, lawyers, and dentists have completed the course. The Institute offers the same course, using the same videotapes in 31 locations. And they're not alone. There are literally hundreds around the country. The Laura's location, tax deductibility, even guest stars. One seminar offered doctors credit, followed by dinner with Mike Wallace. A Florida company, University Learning Systems, provided an empty room at this hospital, along with a VCR, tapes, and an open book exam. Doctors have 1 year to turn in. That gives them plenty of time to sample Florida's sun, surf, and sports. And this company, the American Seminar Institute in Carbondale, Colorado, offered to send videotapes to any resort that we chose. They told us to watch the tapes at our leisure while earning up to 25 hours of credit. No tests, no supervision, just $335 tax-deductible dollars for the course. Doctors receive credit for these courses no matter where they're given. Credit for watching the American Education Institute's videotapes is given by the American College of Legal Medicine. Dr. Jay Gold is the executive director.
I personally have never seen the tapes.
Have you ever been curious to take a look at them?
Yes, and again, that's one of those things. You know, I'm
Gold's organization is supposed to receive documentation from the American Educational Institute before giving doctors credit. He told us he had not received any documents, therefore had not issued any credits to the doctors attending the courses. So in essence, the physicians who left Aspen with this certificate, really the certificate isn't worth anything.
I don't know as I would want to use those words at this time, but I would, as I say, I would say that it's troubling.
So if a doctor is somewhere back home, having gone to one of these, and has this on his or her wall, what does it really mean?
Until our organization, you know, receives the documentation and issues the credit, I should think not much.
That will come as a surprise to the doctors and to the Internal Revenue Service. What I want to just clear up is you said publicly, we have videotape of you saying you're there and it's tax-free, and I would suggest that it appeared that you were...
My tuition for any continuing education is a business expense, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Marshall Washburn is an assistant commissioner of the Internal Revenue Service.
Yes, there are always opportunities for people who don't want to comply with the laws to try to not comply. And of course what happens is many times we find that out. And when we do, that taxpayer is in trouble.
I really don't want those people to be part of my profession.
Dr. Roy Schwartz of the American Medical Association.
And it raises in my mind the question, if they cheat here, where else are they cheating?
It was the educator, Robert Maynard Hutchins, who said, We do not know what education could do for us because we have never tried it. That thought seems to fit here.